Welcome to Q&A with Vivien Szabo and Daisy Papp, where you find answers to questions you never dared to ask.
Hi Daisy, it's nice to see you and welcome in the third episode of Best Motivational Quotes. How are you today?
Thank you so much. I'm doing much better now that I see you, and I know that we are recording another episode, and I very much appreciate your invitation. So let's get into it.
No, thank you so much. So I was wondering, how about we start to help people and giving them techniques how they can rebuild themselves after a breakup. So if you don't mind, I prepared a few questions what I would like to ask from you. So maybe there's gonna be something where it leads our session. So the first question can be, how can a person heal and move on from a breakup?
How to heal and move on from a breakup. Do I understand correctly?
Yes. What is the mindset, what they need to pick up to like actually move on and not sorry another person, even when they are like, they had love and maybe they just hurt each other, and you still feel sorry to another person and you just feel still attached even when it's not supposed to be, and it's just really hard to build yourself back. So what is the mindset, what you need to like prepare yourself for the next relationship, or just actually like move on from this breakup?
So first of all, I have many answers. I don't have the answer. So I can only share what works for me and what works for hundreds of clients of mine and thousands over the years. That first of all, when there's an end to a relationship, there was something happening prior. So usually people forget about all the things that led up to the breakup or the end of the relationship. So we have the tendency as humans that then, yes, but it was so good and it was so lovely. And then we enlarge and solely focus on all the good things that were there. And it's totally out of balance because most likely there were some bad things in there we've either seen or not seen. I give you an example. Let's say Anna and Mike, just to pick some names. Anna broke up with Mike, and Mike had no idea that Anna was unhappy. For him, it just came out of the blue. But for Anna inside, a lot of things happened already. Well, I don't like he leaves the shoes there. I don't like his attitude. I don't like that he's doing ABC, whatever that is. And he thought, oh yeah, well, she's just a little bit upset and she will calm down again. So he did not notice, because of the lack of the communication of two people. Oftentimes it may happen that all out of the blue it happened. So now in this case, I would suggest Mike to have a look. Okay, so where were the red flags? Let's have a look. Maybe he heard, yeah, well, Anna said already last year this is not so good for her and she's upset about this and that, but I ignored it. So then the key is, whatever happens in life, I think, what is it that we learn from it? Most often in life, when I learned something and I'm good at it, I'm either be able to handle the next similar situation much better, or I learned something in a different way. So we want to focus on what I learned. Now, of course, is it emotionally painful? Absolutely, yes. And can a heart break? Yeah, there's actually a physical medical condition that's called broken heart syndrome. That's very real. But what we do in here makes a huge difference. Now, I think the first step is to reality base yourself. Now, if Mike realizes that Anna does not want to be with him, then I wonder, why would Mike want to be with someone who does not want to be with him?
Because maybe he doesn't believe it.
Reality base. So if he doesn't believe it, then observe Anna's behavior. Anna doesn't answer your calls. Anna doesn't send you a happy birthday, hello, or a greeting, or a good night, or good morning anymore. Anna is traveling. Anna is with some people around hiking in the mountains, whatever. So I would suggest, Mike, please have a look at the behavior. Behavior is all that matters. So when we see that Anna clearly does not want, even if she's playing games, for example, I know of some Annas in this world that she pretends she doesn't want to be any longer with Mike to wake him up so that he runs after her. Even if it is a game, I would go with what is said and what is done. Behavior, behavior, behavior. Because when I'm now projecting, if I was Mike and I'm projecting, oh, okay, oh, Anna is just playing, so I'm going, I know she still loves me and I'm going to her house and visit. I would not suggest doing that. If you have the feeling, Mike, that Anna still has feelings for you, then open up a communication. For example, Anna, I still have really great feelings for you. I wonder if you do have them too. Anna, what is it that I can do to be better? What is it that I need to do so that you'd reconsider this breakup? So we can communicate. That does not mean that we are rejecting or absolutely annulling other people's actions and thoughts. Ask questions instead. Now, how do we get over it? Pamper yourself. You are enough. Understand that you were born with a magnitude of enoughness. You are enough. Find that I am enough again. I refer again to Quincy Jones. I do it nowadays almost daily with clients and in a workshop and so. Quincy Jones, great musician, songwriter, he said, not 1 ounce of my self-worth depends on your opinion of me. Now, let me repeat that. Not 1 ounce of my self-worth depends on your opinion of me. That sets me free. When I depend, Vivi, on your opinion of me, then I'm a puppet on strings. When you call me, I'm, yay. When you don't call me, I'm, So let's be independent. When I am enough for me, then I bring that enoughness into all relations and all interactions with others. Is that helpful?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But so many people depends on another person, like, oh, if he likes this, I'm gonna wear that. If he does this, I'm gonna do that. And it's just a real like big game. And what do you think, when is the right time to break up? So when is a time when you have this, okay, I need to be done with this. It's not an argument, it's not a discussion, it's just enough is enough. And even when I hold feelings into it, I need to realize that maybe it's not building and we are not growing together. Because that could be like also like, okay, when is the right time? Should I just give another month, give another half year? Let's see what happens in the next holiday, maybe what we plan together. So when is the right time when the people need to say like, there is the end of it and you need to stop?
In order to know when to stop, I think it is important that we know what our standards are. When I have a standard, for example, trust, to me, trust is one of the highest goals for me in any relationship, business, client, me, in a workshop, when it's with students or at school, or in a personal relationship, in a platonic relationship, in a romantic relationship. Without trust, you have nothing, period. So when I cannot trust my partner or my soon-to-be ex-partner, then to me, it's not that I wait until the next holidays or I wait another 6 months. No, when I don't take action, nothing is going to happen, because we are in such a disbelief. We believe that the others must do. No, I'm not waiting until you do. I do in the meantime. For example, you invited me here to this beautiful episode, and I really appreciate that. Had you, thank you, had you not invited me to your show, I would still go and do my talks and walk my walk. I would still do that independently from you, because to me, I feel this is the right thing to do. I have a standard for me, specific ways of education. I'm doing that. I'm very passionate about that. Now, when it comes into my relationship, that when should I break up? Well, which of my standards are not met? In order for me to know that, I must know that very clearly and precisely, and I must be able to verbalize, meaning speak about my standards. The easiest thing that I can share is the 5+2. We spoke about it to a degree, I think, at least in private. I don't know which parts and pieces are published so far. So the 5+2 is very simple. Respect, admiration, consideration, dignity, empathy. Having a word, meaning say what you mean what you say, and follow through in a timely manner. That's my standard. Everyone is welcome in my life. I have these big arms and this big heart, and everyone is allowed into my life or invited into my life. And they, based on their behavior, decide how close they can come into my life. So it's the other way around. I turned it around. I'm in power here. I'm not depending if Joey or Susan or Mark or Peter or Alex or Maxi, if they are changing. No, this is my standard and I stick to it. Now, imagine when someone sees that these are my standards and they have similar standards, I will be super attractive to them. So you see, I turn it around. Now, when is it time to break up? First of all, violence. I'd leave. When there's violence, leave until the other human healed from their violence or their violent behavior.
I didn't mean like in these big issues in a relationship like violence or cheating or anything like this. It's just, like in every relationships we have like ups and downs. Even
Yes.
like in human life, I feel good. Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up like on my another side and I don't feel the same, and maybe I will say different things. So even in a relationship, it can be like ups and downs. So when is a time when you just say like, okay, this is just that down that I don't want to come up with you from this? Do you have any feelings what you can, or mindset or something what you can tell to us to be like, girl, when you feel this or when you have this on your mind, just do it and don't look back?
I cannot share that with you because everyone perceives reality subjectively. I cannot make that decision for you. I would never want to make that decision for you. Leave. That's why I brought up violence. When there's violence, leave. Until there's no longer violence, then you can still consider, okay, how can I ensure that it never happens again? When there are just things, well, Joey leaves the shoes all and the socks, he's putting the socks in the pillow instead of the laundry basket, then it's a question of communication. I believe that what is most important, that we become clear with what we want, not be clear with what we don't want. The clearer you are with what you do want, then you will be able to focus on it and you will be much clearer also in your communication. When I tell you, Vivi, I don't want that, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But when I say, Vivi, I'd like you to smile at me, let's smile at one another. You see, then I'm increasing the chances that I'm getting what I want. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that makes sense, everything what you just saying. Okay, another question what I have in here is, how can someone rebuild their self-confidence and self-esteem after a breakup? Something similar, but still different, how they can build them. Okay, we are broke up and are feeling low and down, and do you have any techniques or tools what we can actually try to build back their confidence and self-esteem?
It's a combination. It is not like one ingredient makes a delicious meal, unless it's bread, but bread also has several ingredients. So, or some fruits, they are also delicious by themselves. But it is a combination. When I feel down, okay, first is change your physiology. You have most likely never seen somebody who's super happy sitting like that. Yeah. it goes with a specific physiology. You most likely have never seen someone who is truly depressed doing like this. Yeah. So a physiology goes along with specific emotional states. When I do not like the emotional state I'm in, get out of the physiology first. That's the fastest. That's the fastest. For example, I feel down, go and do jumping jacks. Go and do sit-ups, push-ups. Go listen to music, not some romantic music that you feel like, okay, oh my God, and oh, my heart is so broken. No, no, no. Uplift, uplift. I think it is important that we know our own user's manual, how I function. What is it that brings me up? What foods are helping me to, or support me to think clearer? Most likely when you notice there are some foods afterwards you feel like, and then there are other foods you feel empowered and, okay, let's go get it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So it is important that we find our own user's manual before we expect someone else to have the user's manual that doesn't exist even in the first place. Then the second is I would go to my passion. Go to what you really like doing, what you enjoy doing. If it's fitness, go do fitness. It will make you feel good. When you like working with children, go work with children. When you like reading, go reading. When you like to attend a workshop, go and attend a workshop. And what I certainly would not do, I would not surround myself with people who say, yeah, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, it will take you a long time to get over this. Don't. They may be loving people and they want the best for you, but that's not the time to surround ourselves with them who will bring us down. Go and look up people who also successfully regained their self-esteem and found their self-worth again or reconnected with it. Do something what you're really good at. You will feel good about it. It's maybe also a good idea to start something new. For example, if you never danced, maybe go and attend some dance classes. At least you will find some humorous moments, especially when someone has two left legs and is not so talented in that. But so find things, humor, laugh. Laugh when you're down. Humor is medicine.
Yeah.
A very simple skill or a tool that you can use is fake smile for 60 seconds.
Yeah,
Here
I just did
behind
that today. Yeah.
behind the
Fake-
cheek muscles is a nerve that signals the brain, okay, it's good, be happy. So fake smile. Fake smile. You
Yeah.
can do that anywhere, everywhere. In silence, you can do it while you're in the car, while you're in the bus, while you're walking, while you're working. I mean, of course, not when you're working at the funeral home, but I would not suggest doing that then there in front of people who just came looking to
Black.
receive your service. But you can do it even when you're in bed and can't sleep. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not waking up anyone with it. It's very important.
Fake it until you make it.
Yes, that's a dangerous thing. I agree to a degree. It depends on which area in our lives we are utilizing that. Yes.
No, I just associate it with
Yes,
this
with a fake
smile.
smile. Yes.
And it's good. That's good. And okay, the next one is what strategies can someone use to communicate more effectively in the next relationship? And when is the right time to actually discuss like serious questions with your ideal partner? Like you meet with someone and you really like them, you have this connection, and when is the right time to actually be open and say like, there it is, this is what I would like, this is what I'm aiming for, that's why I'm here. And because sometimes it can be like too harsh for people who doesn't really want anything specific, just want to go with the flow and they will see how it goes. And maybe it's just different what another person wants.
Yeah. So I would state clearly what I'm looking for from the very beginning, because otherwise it is misleading. That means I'm not only stating it as a statement and speak about it openly, but I behave that way. So it must be in alignment. I cannot say, yes, I would like to have a committed, romantic, exclusive relationship. And then I'm actually cheering up my friend who's cheating every second day. So it's not in alignment. Yeah. I'm bringing up these ridiculous examples so that that it is clear what I'm referring to. So
Easier to understand.
I think when I know, again, it goes back to me. When I don't know what I don't know, then how am I going to speak about it? When I don't know what I want, what my ideal partner I'd like him to be or like her to be, then it is very challenging to find them, or even when they're in front of me, to recognize that they are it. So I must be very clear what I want. And I would not go like, okay, they must look exactly like this, or they must be this height, or this eye color, or they must have a specific car, or a specific look, or a specific dress code. I would not go by that. I would go by characteristics. I would go by kind-heartedness, sincere, trustworthy, peaceful, balanced. Yeah, so harmonious inside, not somebody who's moody. So somebody who's harmonious inside. I think these are things that make a relationship much easier. Someone who can communicate. Yeah, someone who's a good listener. Because when I have someone who's a good communicator, but they don't listen, then great, it's out of balance. I also want to be listened to at times. Yeah, so I would become very clear about what I want, and I would share that clearly. Because when I'm not sharing it, how am I supposed to even wish that the other one is guessing or mind reading that? And I would not project. Very important. So only because I'm trustworthy and I seek for honesty and sincerity and transparency. That does not mean, because that's who I am and I live by, that everyone I meet will have that same as their standard. So I must figure that out. I must find that. So, but back to your question, I would start stating that the moment I know what I want, I would start speaking even in the grocery store. By the way, I opened my life up for new relationship because I'm looking for that trustworthy, harmonious, peaceful, great communicator who is active and wants kids. Because why wouldn't I share it? Who knows who overhears what I just said? Hey, you know what? Maybe you want to meet my neighbor. You never know. So, and practice, because when you practice, for example, let's say you have a sister or a cousin or a very good friend or a neighbor or a grandma or someone in your life you like to share these things with, then I would share, look, so I was thinking about it actually, what a partner I'm looking for. What type of partner? Someone who is a good fit, a good suit to my age, who has similar ambitions, maybe wants a family, wants children, and wants a dog and maybe a horse. Or you start speaking, practice speaking with people you trust. Then you will be so much more practiced when you meet someone you've never seen before, and it will be just so natural for you to speak about it.
That's so true. Thank you. Yeah. I really like the grocery store.
Yeah,
They
why
just say,
not?
hey, I'm looking for a relationship
Well,
for the next 25 years.
yes, but we can do that in a humorous way, courageous way. And I know of someone, they moved into a different location, and so they were new, they didn't know anyone of the neighbors there. You know what they did? They bought themselves 5 t-shirts with their name on it, my name, and then with the house number 32. And that's how he met a lot of people. They said, I know who you are. You're house number 32. Why not?
Wow.
Why not having I'm single and I'm looking for the most trustworthy, committed, loving father, future father for my children. Why not? I mean, people wear all sorts of statements on their shirts, most of them in different languages and symbols. They don't even know what they're carrying around in this world. Why not?
That's true. I think my t-shirt would be like full of letters and
Well, I give you something, and maybe we can link this under your video. We have a complementary list of characteristics and values. People can download that. It's a great exercise to find out what you really want. Not what you really want, but what you're looking for in a relationship. And it's a super thing. Very simple. It's a list of beautiful words. And in the first round, you're allowed to circle as many as you want. So then you get an idea. The second round, you print out that same paper, and then you must choose those that you are representing. So that, because I can wait for someone, yes, but I'd like them to be so active and I'd like them to be sports enthusiastic, and I'm a couch potato. So most likely the one who is really active and sports enthusiast is not interested in finding a couch potato. Unless it's in a bag of chips, then maybe yes. Yeah. So we want to be very realistic. And if you'd like, for your audience, where we can do a live call, or we can do also a live workshop, like a mini workshop, like something super 30 minutes or 1 hour, and we can show people how to do that. Super easy. And it's fun too.
Sure, thank you. It's a brilliant idea. I think everybody will love it. Okay, and you had these well-being audio programs. So here it comes, break up. We're still on there. Can you just say a few thoughts about it, how it can help us to feel much better and getting into our well-being again?
Well, I think patience is number one. Be patient with yourself. Yeah. Give yourself that hug. Oh, I did it again. I fell for another cheater, or oh no, I did that, or oh no, I chose the wrong one, or I fell for someone who's not available, neither emotionally nor geographically, because they live on the other end of the world. Then be patient with yourself and look at the roots, find out, so that you can stop continuing the same way. Now, well-being is a very good point. Many years ago, I produced a series of empowering audio programs for several aspects of our life. And there's one, the Ideal Well-Being Program. And what it really does, so all you do it once a day, you do it for 21 days, and you will feel better, guaranteed. Guaranteed, cannot not. And what you do, it has a beginning and it has an end. So therefore, I suggest that people do it during the day and not falling asleep into it. You can do that too, but it will not have its full potential. Because what it does, it speaks in the subconscious mind and reorganizes things that are in the subconscious mind. For example, beliefs, old habits, that we believe that we are not worthy of being well. So that is something very benevolent. And we have reports from around the world what people really, even with some illness, that they got much better and they recovered much faster. So it's a very nice program. It's like 30 minutes long, and you do it once a day. It's very simple. Use headphones. Never, ever use it while you're driving or using machinery or operating machinery, because it puts you like a little bit in a different state of mind, different brain waves that we're using. And that's a very, very sweet tool to get better, especially after a breakup. Because after a breakup, emotionally, energy in motion is so whirled up, and so many things are happening in the body, the hormonal level, the mood level, and the loss. And so there's so many different emotions that the well-being, Ideal Well-Being Program is really benevolent for that. Yeah.
That's fantastic. It's fantastic. I think so many people could be like, find it extremely useful, and I just seen the reviews, and I loved another program what you just did. And yeah, definitely.
So when we go back and I look at all the questions that you proposed here, it is way more complicated than the answers I gave you, because it's all interconnected. Nevertheless, there's one common denominator, and that is self. So the more I take care of me, then the better version of me I'll bring into my future relationship. So one thing back when you said communication, we have a communication workshop that is absolutely life-changing. It is so simple. There are two parts to it. One is where you learn and you can do it on your own pace, because so those who attend, we record that, and those who didn't attend, then they will be able to review it. And we will have a live where we do practice. That's about 2 hours, the live session, where we can then interact after you first practice. So first you learn some new tools, and then you get the skills, and then you practice a little bit, and then we do the second part of the workshop where we then practice communicating. That already changes your life. Why? Because we're communicating all the time. And I rarely generalize. When I say nothing now, I'm communicating. I'm communicating that I'm now silent. Body language, I'm communicating. They're all communications, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
when we
yeah.
learn communicating, and when we learn that we can disconnect ourselves from other people's words, so they no longer have a wholehearted impact on us, stab in the heart, or, oh, their sounds, their words, oh, it's music to my heart and my soul. No, that's the trap. Because we want to stop getting into relationships that bring us more torture than joy. Yeah. There are ingredients. Yeah. So first you want to know who you are, learn who you are, learn how to communicate, disconnect yourself from the automatic programming that when someone says, oh, you look beautiful. Oh, yeah, really, now I feel good about myself. Or somebody doesn't realize that I look beautiful. And then I feel, oh, no, I'm not valuable because nobody said that I look pretty. I mean, how often do we know man and female? So the masculine and the feminine both have these thought processes, but we can get out of them, and we can learn how to be the best version of ourselves, and then open up for a new relationship. Now, your success rate is increasing exponentially, because you're presenting someone very different, because you're no longer the hurt, resentful, hysterical human you became, but you are the loving, caring, creative human you were born to be.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's the best thing to do, actually. This is what I think. And to be healed and to prepare what you don't want, find out what you exactly want, and just represent it what you really aiming for. Yeah, but it's not easy, I guess.
Well,
Or is it?
I think it is easy when you know the how-to. When you were a little child, how to tie your shoelaces was not easy. And today you do it without even thinking about it. Yeah. It doesn't make it easier. What you do with the lace is mechanically the same. Mhm. But it becomes easier for you because you did it so often. So when we look that there is no topic in schools or in the educational system how to relationship. And I'm here to prevent many hearts from breaking in the future. It's a passion.
Fantastic.
So let's bring it on, and let's plan, and then let's help some more people. And it is interesting because male and female, it's that they both struggle. Why? Because they both don't know. Some people get a feeling and then they get more lucky than others. But when you follow, it's like when I'm pretending I can fly and I step up the ladder and then I jump off and I spread my arms, but they are not wings, then I will hurt myself. And relationships is the same thing. So, okay, when I step up the ladder, don't pretend I can fly. Walk down the ladder and then walk on the ground again. So And then when you want to fly, then get a ticket and sit on a plane or a helicopter or, you know, like a kite, and then practice flying. But it is so simple once you know it. When you see, for example, that, okay, it's important for me to know what I do want clearly. So, and practice communicating about it. And then when I communicate about it more freely, then I will do it more likely, more often. And I will be more confident in speaking about it. You see, it's so logical, isn't it?
Yeah,
But we never thought of it that way before.
it's very true. Thank you so much, Daisy.
Anytime, it's my joy. Is there anything else I can share with you?
I think for today, this is more than enough information and lesson to all of us who had a heartbreak and breakup, and how to heal and what to do next to do better. So thank you so much.
My joy. Some last thing came to my mind.
Mm.
If the numbers are correct, or just almost correct, there are 8 billion people on the planet. And oftentimes after a breakup, we have the tendency, oh, I will never meet someone who's a good fit for me. That's a big fat lie. Stop lying to yourself.
I did.
Welcome to the club. In the past, I did too. Not anymore. Not anymore. But of course, I lived a few moons more than you, and have seen some more things than you based on the time we are here in this life. But no, there are 8 billion people, and there's why. By the way, we can do that next time we do that. We can do the math. Let's plan on that next time we do the math.
Okay.
Realistically,
Looking
that's helpful
forward
too.
to this.
Okay, me too. Thank you for your invitation.
And thank you for having you. It was great to see you too. And thanks for the information. It's a
Anytime.
great value.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Daisy. Bye.